allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, it's 5:30. We'll call our meeting to order. In front of you, you should have a copy of the minutes for June 10th. I'd entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of our meeting.
Well, can I have a question?
Okay.
What the part under new business, I don't recall approving any document at our last meeting on stating the description of a new building, 10 by 20 to go to Midwest. I don't recall that motion or approval of it.
Well, it's not a motion. You guys had to previous to approve the document.
From quite a while ago.
From a while ago. I think she just put it in there as that, but it's not a motion, so.
Okay, so we're amending the minutes.
But you can change it though.
Can you just say reviewed document maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did review the
reviewed it would be a better word, yes.
Reviewed, we're substituting reviewed for approved under new business. Under the topic garage shed new building guidelines. What was a Hillsboro Sports Complex project?
That would have been the shed that was put out on the baseball field.
Oh, okay. Any other questions? I have a motion for approval of the minutes. Looking for a second.
I'll second.
Brent makes a second of the motion to approve the minutes. Any further discussion? Further discussion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. So under old business, living in campers, I had submitted last month just a description of what we could use as language to describe a camper, and I just put that out there so we had a baseline for what kind of description or how are we going to describe what it is that we're talking about. So I don't have any proposed changes to that, but I'm trying to think about, okay, well, what are we going to allow in terms of people having a camper on their property and actually staying in the camper. Now, I realize that some families may come back here in the summer. They take their camper with them. They go south in the winter, they come back here. They maybe don't live in it. Others may come back and actually live in the camper when they come back here.
But they're not parking them on their property and living on them.
Yeah, I don't think Bones ever lived in theirs. It's the one by the courthouse, or by the plumber house.
Right, they haven't, yeah. I mean, the people that have the campers going south and coming back here, I mean, I don't think anybody's doing that.
Okay.
I think it's the two that we've had the issue with over here.
So it's just Keith's and, what's her name?
Trudy.
Trudy's.
Is that one of Trudy's still back there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just drove by it today.
And I assume Trudy's got the letters from us.
Not yet, because we don't have anything that we've sent it based off of junk and that, but we can't do it as far as
The trailer.
the
Unless we have
trailer.
ordinance someplace.
Right. So I'm just gonna pull up the ordinance for you.
Well, I think we're into it by 3 months now. You know, and I don't think that was what, I don't think we really intend to have somebody park partly on public property.
Well, there's the other issue, is that
Do they
so
own that? Yep, they own that.
they
There's
own.
no alley.
There's
There's
no
not alley.
dedicated alley there.
Nope.
How about from a safety perspective? Commonly used as a exit route from those properties.
That's not a,
But it's still not a right of way.
it's not a, yeah, that's
That's
only,
true.
It's a very gray area.
that's where we're at, and that's where if we're gonna do anything, we'd have to put it in. Whether
It's
it's,
parked on their property, we can request a building permit then, because clearly it's a structure that they want to have on there.
that could be an option, because it's turning into a permanent on both those properties.
Yep.
Because our definition of mobile home is a dwelling unit designed for transportation after construction, not necessarily on a permanent foundation. A recreational travel trailer is not considered a mobile home.
Well, yeah, it kind of says it there.
So that's mobile home. I don't think there's specifically travel trailer in here. But if it's a permanent structure there, they're putting it in as a permanent structure, then it goes into some other things. It's so R1.
Well, how close is it parked to the other people's property?
It's not to the middle of the alleyway yet.
It'd be like right.
No, I mean, like, in their property back to the, adjoining property.
Within 20 feet of it.
No. So,
Well, the alley, it's
Maybe it's close.
10 to 15. The alleyways are the easements are 20 feet, so it's probably within 5 to 10.
so there's gotta be somewhat of a new ordinance to have any teeth.
Mhm.
And the one that you had shown us last month wasn't that from the city of West Fargo? Or,
I don't remember when I
or
saw
did
it.
you, oh, yeah.
I just pulled things offline. And I don't seem to have it in front of me.
You know, we'd have to define in and add in what a recreational travel trailer is.
We'd also have to specify that it's not in regard to the campground. Somehow make that a,
Well, I can't remember.
So we need the definition. Kind of limitation are we gonna put on it?
I think it's under mobile home, if I remember right.
We're saying it's acceptable for people to park their recreational vehicle on their property, I think. I think we're all in agreement on that.
yeah.
Right, I don't think it's that. It's the issue is one, proving that somebody's living in there. Because there is this part of R1 that says additional structure on any lot that is utilized for a 1 or 2 family residence. Any additional structure on the lot must be equal to less your square footage. One and 2 family residence, so it's not a dwelling. That's not an additional structure.
Being occupied as temporary shelter.
Right. And I think there's something in there too. It says
So what kind of timeline do you people think would be appropriate? Somebody came home and with their recreational vehicle parked on their parents' lot and they stayed there for 3 months to clear out the property.
I mean, you could always ask that they be permitted,
Yeah, we can have them request a temporary permit, I
a
guess.
temporary permit. If you could put it that way. You could even allow it, you know, I even thought about, this goes back into the street ordinance, not zoning ordinance. Do you allow somebody to get a permit to park their travel trailers on city streets from April until November or October, whatever you know, because we get a lot of that now too.
Mhm.
Do we prohibit that right now?
Isn't
No,
there,
I
I
think
think
the
there was
one-
something about parking.
72 hours.
Oh, well,
I know of one right now for 2 weeks.
Paul's been there a long time.
I've seen lots of campers on the street.
Right,
For
Chopped
more
up,
than,
jack stands down.
and we don't enforce that. We don't even have, maybe it's not 72, maybe it's 48 hours. You're technically not supposed to park longer than 48 hours in any spot. Which we don't enforce that currently.
yeah, well, yeah, I'd be more against someone parking their camper on the street than parking in their yard. Because then it's at least not, you know, disrupting traffic
Yeah,
or
that's the
anything like
biggest
that,
Mhm.
you know. Or blocking a neighbor's view, or,
Right.
you know, if it's on your own yard, I mean, that's perfectly, as long as the city allows that. Some cities, I guess, don't allow that.
Well,
I don't think we have a lot of RVs that guys come back and park in their yards, but, I mean, there's a few, but we just gotta figure out how, we don't need people living in these campers.
there is.
Well, like I said, I don't think Keith is living in it. There's no plumbing to it. Don't know that there's electricity connected to it. I don't go out late at night, so I suppose I wouldn't see if there was a vehicle parked there late at night, but I do come home from either.
So he just bought that property to
Yeah.
do something with it?
Contract for deed. What's his name, Black Town? Yeah.
Increase with Dan.
So there is a certificate of compliance. Certificate of compliance is required before any structure, building, or land can be used or occupied which has been built or structurally altered such that it requires a building permit. The certificate of compliance process is outlined as follows: upon completion of work, building inspector conducts an on-site inspection of the work specified in the building permit. If the completed work is found to be in accordance with the zoning ordinance and other application, the building inspector will issue a certificate of compliance. Reasons for refusing of the issue of certificate of compliance must be stated by the planning commission in writing within 15 days after the request of an applicant for the certificate. So you could go by that if we could prove that somebody's living in the structure. Then a certificate of compliance would need to be completed if we could.
What deems it as proof, though? You gotta watch them sleeping, or
I don't know.
how do you? I don't know how you do that.
Well, just the opening and closing of windows and doors, standing open and doors shut, and windows shut, and curtains closed, curtains open, and stuff like that would give you a pretty good indication that somebody's living there.
Well, I think we all know somebody's living in that one
Yeah.
intruder.
Yeah.
How do you prove it? Well, it just moved in.
3 months ago, no?
Right. You could also add in that nobody can live on their property within more than 7 days, or have an active building permit for a remodel. You know, those are other things you could put in there to specify out. Or if, you know, this isn't going to be an easy thing to figure out, so unfortunately. And we have to have somebody that's going to enforce it, and how do we enforce it? If we could find something concrete and define it. So if X person has lived in, or there's somebody in that building 7 out of the last 10 days, or 3 out of the last 10 days, or whatever, you could then
Has JR mentioned anything?
He hasn't said anything, no. There isn't a whole lot out there.
Well, I can do some more research.
Because winter comes and most people aren't gonna still be living in a camper, so.
No,
Well, I can imagine.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
no, just a second though. When you drive by out there at the campground,
Oh, well, but that's a different situation, but most of those people insulate really well.
Yeah.
And they're prepared for it, you know,
Right.
and then, I mean, aren't they allowed to since they're in the campground? I don't know.
yeah, well, they can do as they please.
Because it's technically a lodging area. Because if somebody stays there 30 days, they don't pay lodging tax, but if they stay less than 30 days, then they have to pay lodging tax. Or 31, somewhere right in there.
So we charge lodging tax for the people that come in for beet harvest.
Unless they stay over 30 days.
It's the same thing at the hotel, motel. If it's 30 days, they rent the room more than 30 days, they don't pay lodging tax. That's considered a rental. But I assume the goal on this is you just don't want we don't want people living in residential areas with campers. So how do you combat that?
Well, aren't there taxes based off of their current home and the size and everything, and now they just increase their living space? And what if they bring in 3 more people to live there, and isn't that going to be a problem?
No, because there's no rule that says how many people can live in a home.
Our utilities are fixed or connected to the home.
Right.
So if they use more utilities, we collect more money.
I didn't look, is there power hooked up to it?
I thought there was last time.
Well, they gotta have something out there.
We'll know here within the next week with all this hot weather.
Yeah.
There's AC running.
Yeah, I tried to sleep in that. No AC.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's just a place for the guy to hang out once in a while when he's there working. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
kinda
no idea.
That's kind of what we thought last time, because aren't they doing some work or something?
Yeah, well, he tore down the garage next
Yeah.
door. And,
I don't know whose responsibility it is to go talk to Trudy. She's the homeowner,
yeah,
you know. Maybe you go talk to her, kind of try to get the idea what's going on.
well, I could visit with her.
That's a separate one, though, isn't it, from the other one we're talking about?
Yeah,
There's 2 of them.
yeah. But didn't Matt talk to Keith?
He was going to, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know if he ended up talking to him or not.
Well, and Paul's talked to him over, Paul, and he hasn't said anything about it.
Oh, Paul talked to Keith too.
He was going to.
And I haven't seen Keith recently. Well, we don't have any definitive, nothing seems to be bubbling to the surface here, so
Yeah.
I think we can move on to our new business and building permits that we have before us. Hallgrim, I don't remember that project.
That was the.
Holgren was a garage across the street from Trudy,
Yep.
which went to Midwest, which kind of unfortunately tore it down without
A permit, yeah.
a permit, because they could have got some money for it. Looks like that was approved through Midwest. The applicant hasn't signed it yet, so I don't know if they've come and picked it up, picked up the application yet.
And everybody's read, I think, the other three permits for Etiquette, Connect, and Tybert. And then the number 6 was 2406 has been added.
But I didn't see one, did I? There it is. Reshingle garage for John Meyer.
So on his property over here, he's got the new house blocked down from the grocery store, but he kept the old garage on the property. So I'm pretty sure what his plan is to reshingle that old garage.
Right.
Well, I make a motion, we approve those permits, or those applications.
Right. Move to approve. Any second?
Second.
Okay. Swenson seconds. Any further discussion? Further discussion? Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Anything else that needs to be added to the agenda under new business?
Have we received the letter for Cohen's?
Nope.
No.
Never got anything back from A2 on the drainage for
I have
campground
not.
or,
I have not yet.
so like the campground one there. Nancy kind of probably was put in last month, but the campground was 2 months ago probably.
And I've been following up with him. I asked him again right before the 4th. He said he was going to get with his, so I'll follow again.
Okay. I'll go talk to Jake today.
And I would say remind him it's not about, it's just for protection further down the road. I'll follow up with Steve again, because as soon as we get those numbers, I can pass them along. It's just getting them to him.
Okay, so follow up today. Levi's gonna talk to AE2S, and Bruce is gonna talk to Cohen. Any other follow-up?
Shouldn't be.
Let's see.
What are they doing on West Caledonia right now? With those approaches?
I don't know what's going on back there.
That is the first part of our
Raising that part?
sidewalk to the new
Oh, they're
development.
putting the sidewalks in too then?
Yep.
Are they gonna connect it up with that brown house on the corner then? With the fence and the,
Yes, so it'll go.
across from the banner?
It'll go to the banner. At the end of the banner block is where
Okay.
the end of it is. And then it goes all the way up to where you take the off ramp or the on ramp. And then the other side, same thing.
Are they still redesigning the on-ramp then? So it's only one?
Yep, so that'll be done next year.
Okay.
This
How long
is
will the bridge will start next year?
I believe so. So it'll be 2 years. It'll be next year and then the year after.
Well, I suppose with the interstate project.
One way and one the other way. I don't know which one they're doing it with, because that's out of ours. This portion is the only thing we had to put in so that we could get the bridge in.
The property,
Or something.
block east of Coonrath, dark brown house. Across the street from, what's Guy's last name? Guy, the football coach, Guy,
Suker?
yeah.
Yeah.
Where are
Burnell's,
right on Caledonia.
Burnell Zucker's house is on Caledonia.
And the brown house across the street.
Is that purple in the house?
Well, they're doing some siding right now.
It's got shingles stacked up in the yard. So I haven't seen a permit on it.
No, we can send out.
Still got shingles in the yard over here too. That little house across from the trail.
Who owns that house?
I don't have any idea. It used to be Loopy, but
Yeah, it used to be Loopy's, but I don't know if he still owned it though. That's a pretty big project there. If there's
I thought it looked like siding too.
did it?
That didn't it?
Well,
I
that's
think they
a
were tearing
really,
the whole siding off or something.
Oh.
Or some,
well, that siding
Got it
is
mixed
that asbestos type siding, so.
On Caledonia though?
It's on Caledonia, block east of, like Dollar General.
Oh,
you know,
that one. That had the new shingles and everything already?
Right here.
Well, it's
They're
stacked
working
on
there.
the
They're
yard.
sitting
Oh.
there.
yeah, they started working on it.
We'll get a letter sent to them.
So then the shingles over here, is that on the corner? Across the street from,
From the east side. That's been there forever though. Those shingles right by, what's that little house?
well, Kunz is next door.
South of, the kitty corner from you.
Gumpy, across the street from Gumpy.
South of Pernato's,
There's shingles there?
yeah. On a pallet,
Haven't noticed.
but those are,
Well, the project across the street from Grenada on First Street Southwest, where they started a project like 3 years ago. And the siding is off, partly torn off, and they have plastic on it. I don't know what's
yeah,
going on.
this one's like north of Cindy Larson's and
Which one are you talking about?
Well,
Tracy Hampson's?
yeah, that's the second block down. I think that's Tracy.
Is that the house you're talking about right by Herman and Myrna's?
Oh, no.
That's another one.
Is that the southwest?
Yeah, that's
You're
north,
talking the other, yeah.
northwest. Yeah,
That's
No.
Baumgartner's.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
Jake's.
yeah.
who knows what's going on there?
Well,
I
that's
mean,
falling off.
huh?
That's falling off.
Yeah.
He owns that, so.
oh really?
It's falling off.
Not advertising for your construction business, but
How's that garage coming along
Which one?
north of Juleson's?
that's looking pretty good, I think.
Is it a garage or I thought it was an addition?
It's just an
An
addition. Yeah.
Maybe there was a garage in there too, I can't remember.
For Garza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's just an addition.
Is it? Okay.
There's no garage.
Then we had the house just south of the dump site up there that had the vehicles parked in the yard.
That white one on the corner there.
Yeah, we will be dealing with that tonight.
It's getting worse.
It is.
Oh, that one.
Is that an official complaint, Bruce?
It is.
I'll make an official complaint.
Okay.
If you need my name on it, you can put my name on it.
Okay.
Which one is that?
On the west side of the road, right?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's what we have to know.
You can put my name on it if you want.
Bruce will be happy to be added to the list. So,
Now he's pulling in his, not only right alongside the house. Now the other night, there was like 3 vehicles in there, and now they got a path like in the yard and all this rain, the mud. Then they come ripping down, them guys come by our place, and I mean, there's people in and out of there constantly. And you can go out there at night and there's like 5 vehicles.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know how many people are living there. And then the way they got that dog, the fence for the dogs, that's a disaster. Can't imagine being next to that.
Wow.
I'll move to adjourn.
Is that a motion?
Yeah.
I'll second.
Time is 6:06 PM. Meeting adjourned.